no one expected that behind the tight military schedules and the never-ending public spotlight, two BTS members, Jimin and Jungkook, were involved in a secret project that, until now, has not been officially disclosed to the public. The question is simple yet shocking. What is really happening behind that tightly locked studio? Why are only these two names constantly associated with hidden activities that are not listed in the agency's official agenda? What is being prepared, and why is it so secretive? Several internal sources revealed that in the months leading up to their enlistment, both Jimin and Jungkook were often seen entering a recording studio that is not listed among the official facilities usually used by BTS members. The studio is said to have an independent security system and can only be accessed by two verified ID cards belonging to them. This fact not only arouses public curiosity, but also sparks various speculations. Is this a large-scale collaboration project, or something more personal and sensitive? Interestingly, there has been no official statement from HYB or Bigot Music regarding the existence of this project. Even in the latest press release, the names Jimin and Jungkook were not included in the creative agenda ahead of the group's hiatus. This strengthens the suspicion that the project was indeed designed to stay off the public radar until the time is deemed right. Ironically, however, it is this silence that causes the most noise. When the public is not given an explanation, speculation runs wild. Unofficial reports circulating within fan communities and the industry indicate that the locked studio has been used consistently for more than 6 weeks before both began their military service. Some freelance producers who previously worked with BTS said that there was a different atmosphere in that room, and they were only given limited access to the material they were working on. One source even stated that every recording session was done under completely closed conditions, with no phones, no documentation, and no sound leakage. In the creative industry, such procedures are only done for projects with an extreme level of secrecy, usually related to large-scale global releases or works with controversial potential. But will this project ever be released? Or is it being deliberately saved for a more emotional moment, like a BTS reunion after all members complete their military duties? This question still has no definite answer. However, based on the digital archive movements at the studio, which leaked through an internal source, there are over 47 files labeled JK plus JM Confidential Project and one main folder titled Final Memory Archive. A name that not only implies emotional closeness, but also seems to be a personal statement written in silence. The public began connecting this project to several personal moments between Jimin and Jungkook that had drawn attention. For example, their presence in the studio without agency staff, or social media posts that seemed trivial but contained symbolic elements such as clock emojis, images of closed windows, or vague captions implying moments that can't be shared yet. In an era where visual communication is a key coding tool for K-pop artists to convey hidden messages, every post now becomes a puzzle. In a previous interview, Jimin once said that some things are better kept until the right time. That statement, once thought to be metaphorical, now seems to take on its truest meaning. Likewise, Jungkook, in his last live stream before enlistment, uttered a short yet haunting line, "Wait for us in the place you know, but have never seen." That sentence has now become a hot topic in fan forums and international media. What does a place you've never seen mean? Is it referring to a visual work, music, or a documentary they are quietly preparing? More interestingly, the existence of this project also seems to be protected by a very strict internal policy. Some HYB staff refused to comment when asked by the media, citing that they do not have the authority over the information. Some even stated that the project is managed directly by the artists without managerial intervention. This opens up the possibility that Jimin and Jungkook indeed initiated this project independently, as a form of personal expression and an artistic statement that they may not even intend to publish anytime soon. Yet behind all this secrecy, one thing becomes increasingly clear: this is not just an ordinary music experiment. There is an emotional, personal, and possibly even historical dimension embedded in it. With their reputation as artists deeply involved in the creative process, the public is beginning to believe that whatever is inside the locked studio, it will shake not only the fandom, but also the landscape of K-pop music as a whole. The question now is no longer whether the project exists, but when and how the truth will be revealed. Will it be released as a surprise on their debut anniversary? Or as a prelude to BTS's return in full formation 2 years from now? Or could it be that all of this is actually prepared to never be released at all, only kept as a personal legacy understood solely by the two of them? The mystery of the locked studio remains unsolved, and perhaps that's part of its allure. In a world hungry for openness and exposure, this secret project becomes a provocative antithesis that, even in silence, a story can ignite the imagination of millions. Jimin and Jungkook have created something, we just don't know what. And that's exactly why the world can't stop waiting. What's interesting is that this phenomenon doesn't end with the fandom. Some music industry analysts and pop culture experts have begun to note unusual behavioral and communication patterns from HYB related to these two names. Quite a few believe that this secret project could be a game changer in how K-pop idols express themselves independently, outside the agency structure. Especially if it's true that the project is autonomous and not under direct management supervision, then Jimin and Jungkook may have just opened the door to a new format in idol culture, a silent movement toward creative freedom. Furthermore, the discussion around the locked studio is now beginning to enter academic circles. Some media observers from Korea and abroad consider this case a concrete example of how K-pop celebrities are becoming more adept at managing narratives and creating private spaces amid a hyper-transparent entertainment culture.